Today we're off on an adventure to a place where I spent a lot of my summertime when I was a young little wild. Dana Point, California, and I'm not alone on this adventure. I have a special guest, Alejandra. Say hello.
Hi everybody.
So let's have some fun and cue the royalty-free music, because that's all I can afford. Here we go. Okay, so Dana Point is known for a few things. Its harbor, its historic Killer Dana surf spot, and of course, mine and Alejandra's favorite, seafood. But before we take a little pit stop, how about we get into our California casual wear? You ready, Ollie?
Yes, let's go.
This one's for all the ladies getting all greased up.
Yes.
All right, let's see if Alejandra can catch a frisbee. All right, here it comes. Show the world what you got. Hey, there you go. All right, toss it back. Oh! Did it! Here we go, number 2. Oh!
Stop.
Dano Craig's got nothing on me. All right, so we found out Alejandra can catch a frisbee, and sometimes things did pop out at times, but we got a handle on it. So to reward her, we're gonna go get a drink before we start the history. So Ollie, what did you do?
I kind of got Ryan a little wet.
A little wet. Drink. Why was she looking at the camera?
I don't know. I thought I was supposed to.
All right, now that we're full tummied and all liquored up, let's talk about the history of Dana Point. You see, Dana Point was named after Richard Henry Dana Jr. He was a Harvard-trained lawyer, seaman, and the author of the Sea Classic Journal 2 years before the mass in 1840, which, Ollie, guess what? I had to read that in elementary school. In his journal, Dana documents his voyage from Boston around Cape Horn to California on the merchant ship, the Pilgrim. Within his writings, Dana considered the high bluffs, sheltered coves of this area of Southern California to be the most beautiful and the most romantic spot on the California coast. Now, Ollie, do you think it's romantic here?
It's very romantic.
Oh, you just broke some hearts. Look at those colors. Those colors are amazing.
Gorgeous.
What do you think they are, Ollie?
Gorgeous.
For a really cool piece of history, in Dana Point Harbor, there was actually docked a full replica of the Pilgrim that Richard Henry Dana took, but sadly, a few years ago, it sank. Lucky for me, when I was a young little wild, I actually got to take a field trip to it and enjoy the young wild picture. If you want a bit more of modern history, I would have to say take a look at the huge pop culture surfing history that started right here in Dana Point, California. Now, surfing wasn't invented here, but in Dana Point, it sure does get all the credit for making surfing popular along the coast of America. You have Hobie Alter, which opened up the world's first retail surfing shop in 1954. Then you have surfing publications like Surfer's Journal and Surfer's Magazine, which were headquartered right here. And of course, you have Bruce Brown's produced iconic surfer film, Endless Summer, which was right here in Dana Point. But the real reason we're here is because this place used to be known as Killer Dana. Killer Dana was a legendary surf break off Dana Point. That surf break was notorious because it came out of deep water and formed huge waves that broke close to the rocks that lined the beach. It was so notorious and legendary that it was even mentioned in films like Point Break.
So what's the biggest? Waimea?
Ridden?
Yeah.
Kaha. Dana Point.
Bells Beach, Australia.
Sadly, all legends come to an end. Killer Dana's waves were destroyed when Dana Point Harbor was built in 1966. The breakwater / jetty now cuts right through the heart of what was once an epic surfing spot. So where I'm standing right now is once the great Killer Dana. This is all that's left, and I think this is gonna be the spot where we can grab our awesome image to paint. So the nice thing about Dana Point, California is you always get shifting colors. You get different types of sunsets, and you get a little wet every now and then, as you can clearly see here. Thanks, Ollie, for telling me about the waves.
The waves, I know, they were so beautiful though.
Yeah, well, I got a little wet. Anywho, I think we got some cool pictures, and I want you to join me in the next video where I'm gonna take one of those pictures and paint it into a nice abstract oil painting that anyone can do. But we're gonna give Ollie the last word. Ollie, what do you have to say?
Oh, we had such a beautiful day. We hope you guys enjoy everything.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are you?
I'm only, I'm not drunk.
She couldn't even think of an answer.
I'm not drunk. I didn't do that.
Wave right here.
Okay, get low.
Right.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Do it again? Do it again?
No, just take it. Oh!